Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new topic, vector algebra. So, what is vector? That is well known to you that a physical quantity has both magnitude and direction are called a vector. Just I have given one example. Suppose this is lines AB is a line segment directed this way, then this line segment denoted by AB vector. Okay. We can also for our calculation purpose we can initialize as a small a vector also. Okay, in physics you are using a vector, b vector, but here in mathematics we cannot use such. We have to write both initial point and terminal point. A is called if AB vector, A is called initial point, B is called terminal point. Terminal point short name is T, tip. Tip means terminal point. Tip of a vector is B means terminal point of a vector is B. Okay, so in mathematics we will always use both initial and terminal. And in physics we are using only one point only. But in mathematics we are initializing A with a small vector, then we can write a small single letter with small vector. Okay. Now type of vector, zero vector. Zero vector is a vector whose initial and terminal point are same. A vector or B vector will represent by zero vector. Then unit vector. Unit vector is a vector whose magnitude is 1. Also suppose magnitude of A is any vector, magnitude of A is 1, then A is called unit vector and it is written by A cap. This symbol is cap. Co-initial vector, the vectors which having same initial points, A and AB and AC. Initial point is both having A, thus these are called co-initial vector. Apart from this we have equal vectors. Collinear vectors. Collinear vectors I have not written collinear vector. Two collinear vectors, two or more vectors are said to be collinear if they have parallel to the same line. If they are lies on same line or parallel to same line, in respective of their magnitude direction, their magnitude may be anything, any different magnitude, direction also opposite direction, then also they are called collinear vector. They may be same direction, may be opposite direction, magnitude also may be differ, then they are called collinear vector. Then equal vector, two vector equal if their magnitude and direction are same. Okay, so these are the initial definitions of vector. By that we can do exercise 10.1. 10.1 first question is important. Later on we have a questions related to this. Represent graphically a displacement of 40 km 30 east of north. So first we make this north, south, east, west. Okay. So 30 degree north of south. Sorry, east of north. From north to east. East of north means north to east 30 degree. Then the length will be, magnitude will be 40 km. This one is the answer of the first question. Okay. After that you have to classify the scalar quantity, vector quantity, 10 kg scalar, 10 meter northwest direction given, so vector, 40 degree anywhere scalar, likely time period, distance is scalar, displacement is vector that we know, speed is scalar, velocity is vector. A car is moving at the speed of 40 km per hour and a car is moving at a velocity of 40 km per hour towards Tata. So that kind velocity word will come. Anyhow, now question number 4, a figure is given. We have to find which are co-initial. Okay, so which vector A and D starting point is same. You see the arrows. Okay, so A and D are co-initial. After that, equal vectors. Okay, equal vectors B and D. The direction should be same and magnitude also same. Okay. After that, collinear vector, but not equal. So we can take A and C. They are parallel, but directions are different. Magnitude same, magnitude may be differ. Okay. So this way we can easily complete 10.1. So that you can complete. We are going to the next part of the vector, that is addition of vector. First, suppose a boy moves A to B in this direction, then B to C in this direction, then actual displacement of the boy will be A to AC. So by vector, if we put direction as a vector, then AC vector actual displacement will be AB plus BC. This is called triangle law of vector reduction. Very, very important rule. These two are same direction, then from this another direction is coming, that is AC vector. Okay, on this only we can conclude more thing. I have taken three ABC is a triangle and three vectors in order AB, BC, AC. Then what happened? Our triangle law is AB plus BC should be AC. Then I moving AC this side, it became negative AC, then it became CA. So what happened? Now this direction satisfying. AB, BC and CA, this became zero vector. So it is a very important rule. Law is there. If three forces can be taken, three forces acting on a plane can be taken in three sides of the triangle. If they can represent in three sides of a triangle, the resultant of the force will be zero. Very important law. If they can represent three sides or three vectors can be taken, we can form three sides of a triangle, then this result will be zero vector. Now on the same only we can write the parallel law of addition. So we have represent one parallelogram with two sides are as A vector and B vector. So if this is V vector, this is also V, and then this by triangle law AB, this plus this should be this. So by triangle law this will be A plus B. So what conclusion we can do? If two forces acting on two sides of a parallelogram, then diagonal represent the resultant of these forces. Okay. Next come to position vector of a point. Very point. Position vector of a point means the vector representing origin to that point. So position vector of position vector of A, we write PV of A, that is OA vector. Similarly PV of B, that is OB vector. Then what about the AB vector? If we know the two vectors, AB vector will be AB vector by triangle law. See how we will get OA plus AB is equal to OB by triangle law. Then AB vector will be OB vector minus OA vector. Okay, so any AB vector, if two points given in a plane or space, then vector representing that 2 points, that will be position vector of the second minus position vector of the third. Very important rule, this one. Okay. Now we are going to components of a vectors. Okay. So when we represent a vector in a plane, in a Cartesian plane, so x-axis always represented by I cap. Direction of x-axis is I cap, direction of y-axis is a j cap, and in three-dimensional x-axis I cap, y-axis j cap, and z-axis k cap. Okay, suppose P is a point x, y, means this length is x, OM is x, and MP is y. Then OM vector will be x I cap, x, and direction is I cap, and MP vector will be, this length is y, direction is j cap. Now what will be OP vector? OP vector will be OM vector plus MP vector, that is x I cap plus y j cap. Then magnitude of OP vector, this length by Pythagoras theorem also you can find, that will be root under x square plus y square. That is called magnitude of the vector. Okay. Now this is already some more. If we represent three-dimensional P, X, Y, Z, so x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis, this we have done in three-dimensional geometry in 11. Okay. Now this is I cap, this is j cap, this is k cap, as I told. Now P is a point with coordinate x, y, z. So this will be, so if we draw line, this will be this length is x, this will be y, and this will be z. So I repeat, this is y, this is x. So by parallelogram law, this will be x I cap. Just now we have j y j cap. Now what will be? This will be this CP. What will be OA? OA vector will be x I cap. Okay. AC vector will be y j cap. And then OC vector will be x I cap plus y j cap. Okay. Then CP vector will be z k cap. This one is k cap. Then finally OP vector is equal to OC vector plus CP vector, that is x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. And magnitude of OP vector will be x square plus y square plus z square. Same as the, root under. Same as the previous one, two-dimensional and three-dimensional. This is enough. You continue with this, and tomorrow we'll do the next part. Thank you.